Mackenzie Shirilla from Strongsville, Ohio. That's episode 2 in Innocent Lives Matter. She's a young, innocent woman.
What's up, guys? True Crime King back. Alright, so as you guys know, Mr. Richard Raymond from Crime Circus, aka Drip Drop, right? He's on this innocent person's kick, right? Well, let's examine that a little bit, right? So he's trying to convince you guys Koberger's innocent, right? And then he's telling you Mackenzie Shirilla, the crash that you just saw, after she's been convicted, he's trying to tell you that she's innocent, right? I want you to watch this crash again. And I want you to keep in mind, a few days before this, Mackenzie drove around the same route, you know, and planned this out, okay? I want you to keep in mind, she had marijuana in her system that was over the legal limit for Ohio, all right? I want you to keep in mind that there were 2 other people in this car which were both killed, okay? But somehow, Mackenzie, she's alive and well. I mean, she looks totally fine, right? I wonder how that happened, right? Maybe she knew exactly how to turn the car, right? Maybe she turned the car in such a way where the impact would be more severe, where her boyfriend and his friend were sitting, right? Maybe she had her seatbelt on and they didn't, right? All kinds of things. But the bottom line is, she's a convicted murderer, okay? And just watch this again. This is 5 in the morning, where there's no witnesses. Look at that. I mean, she was going over 100 miles an hour. And when the cops took them out of the car, her fuzzy Prada slipper was still stuck to the gas pedal. Okay? She didn't even try and hit the brake. She also admitted to police that she wanted to die, and a week before, or 2 weeks before this happened, she threatened her boyfriend when he was in the car again. She was, her boyfriend was on the phone with his mother, and she heard Mackenzie say she will crash this car right now. 2 weeks before she actually crashed the car. And Mr. Crime Circus, Richard Raymond, is trying to say she's innocent after she's just been convicted. And I mean, this is just getting crazy, guys. Let me read you some articles. Here, listen to the judge. This is the actual judge sentencing Mackenzie.
Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder.
19-year-old Mackenzie Shirilla crying uncontrollably as the judge declared her guilty on multiple counts of murder in the deaths of her 20-year-old boyfriend Dominic Russo and his 19-year-old friend Davion Flanagan. She was convicted on all 12 charges she was facing, including those of felonious assault and aggravated vehicular homicide.
She had a mission, and she executed it with precision.
The judge said Shirilla, who was 17 at the time of the crash, had morphed from a responsible driver with 2 passengers into, quote, literal hell on wheels down an obscure route that she had just visited a few days before.
Like I said, she had just visited a few days before. She told her boyfriend 2 weeks before she was going to crash the car, and then she actually did it, right? I just don't understand how this guy, or why Crime Circus, Richard Raymond, Drip Drop, whatever you want to call him, is defending murderers. And a lot of you are okay with this, right? I mean, it's just, I don't get it. Somebody help me. Make it make sense. I mean, let's read some of his actual freaking article. Let's start up here. The Ohio teenager will be sentenced Monday after she was convicted of intentionally crashing her car at 100 miles per hour. Had an increasingly toxic relationship with her boyfriend, who died in the wreck. Mackenzie Shirilla, 19, was found guilty of 12 counts last Monday, including 4 counts of murder in the July 2022 crash in Strongsville, Ohio, which killed her boyfriend, Dominic Russo, 20, and his friend, Davion Flanagan, 19. The prosecutor said that the couple fought and that Shirilla made violent threats, including once threatening to crash her car with Russo in it, just like I told you, which she ultimately deliberately did to end their tumultuous relationship. We put plenty of that sort of evidence in front of the judge. The prosecutor's office said, there is no doubt that this happened because of the relationship with Dominic, and the defendant's intent was clearly to end that. And she took everybody that was in the car with her. During the trial, security video of the crash played in the courtroom, which I just showed you, showed her vehicle zoom on a street and crash with a roar into a building with no signs of slowing down, and her fuzzy Prada slipper still stuck to the gas pedal. I mean, look at this car. This is a picture of the car. Huh? I mean, how can somebody possibly say that this woman is innocent? How? A certified forensic mechanic testified that her car's event data recorder showed that moments before the crash, the accelerator pedal was being pushed down at full capacity with no application of the brake. Do you guys get that? The gas pedal was all the way to the floor. She did not try and hit the brake at all. Okay? Does that sound like an innocent person to you? I mean, make it make sense to me. She's, she faces a maximum of life in prison, which eligible for parole in 32 years. Well, she's spending the rest of her life in jail. She's guilty. She's a murderer. But, the clown that everybody loves is trying to tell you this girl is innocent? Give me a fucking break. Okay? Come on. Frequent breakups and threats. Shirilla and Russo have been dating for 3 or 4 years. Russo's family member said she spent a majority of the relationship living with Russo at his home. Russo's mother testified in court that he and Shirilla fought and that threats were made and his brother Angelo testified that the couple broke up often. I witnessed a lot of negative behavior from her to my brother, and that just kind of pushed away as a big brother figure, because she just wasn't fair to him. Dominic's older sister, Christine, said she didn't see the fights in the couple's relationship, but heard some details from Dominic's friends. From what I heard from his buddies and people very close in their age, not that they saw the crash coming, but it wasn't a surprise to a lot of people based off her behavior and how she was. So all of Dominic's friends said they're not surprised that Mackenzie did this. Huh? Two key incidents. Let's see. On July 17th, just 2 weeks before the fatal crash, Shirilla was driving on Interstate 71 with Russo as a passenger when she threatened to crash the car, apparently upset over a disagreement that they had, according to the prosecutor's filing. Russo called his mother by phone and asked to be picked up during the disagreement. Yeah, I would too if my girlfriend's threatening to crash the car with me in it. And then she fucking did it 2 weeks after. But yet, you got some clown, with a bunch of dumbass followers trying to say that this girl's innocent. Somebody's got to check these people. This is crazy. One of the friends ended up going to get him. The friend was on the phone with Russo when he heard Shirilla say, "I will crash this car right now." So Dominic's friend that went and got him heard Mackenzie say, "I will crash this car right now," just like she did. But yet, Mr. Richard Raymond at Crime Circus is telling you this is an innocent person. She's just been convicted on all 12 counts. When the friend pulled up to pick up Russo, he found Shirilla's car pulled over on the side of the road with the passenger side door open. The friend saw her striking Dominic with both of her hands. She's hitting Dominic with both hands, punching him. Dominic then exited the vehicle and left. But this is an innocent woman? Make it make sense, guys. I know a lot of you are going to be like, "Oh, Drip Trap's so cute. He's always right." Give me a fucking break. He's telling you first Koberger's innocent, and now this girl's innocent. I'm not gonna let it go. Fuck that. This is ridiculous. Where has the common sense gone, people? Well, just because somebody has been doing this longer and has more subscribers, what? That makes them more believable? This is just nonsense, guys. Crash was methodical, deliberate, intentional. Shirilla was found guilty on 4 counts of felonious assault, 2 of aggravated vehicular homicide, 1 of drug possession, and 1 of possessing criminal tools, in addition to the 4 counts of murder. Cuyahoga County Common Police Judge Nancy Margaret Russo gave a blistering rebuke of Shirilla's actions when she announced the verdict, calling Mackenzie Shirilla literal hell on wheels. Straight from the judge's mouth, okay? Her actions were controlled, methodical, deliberate, intentional, and purposeful. This was not reckless driving. This was murder. Straight from the judge. That's what the judge told Mackenzie right before sentencing her. I mean, look at this brick wall, okay? That's from a car going over 100 miles an hour with the gas pedal all the way to the floor. That's what happens to a brick wall, okay? The video clearly shows the purpose and intent of the defendant. She chose a path of death and destruction that day, the judge added. She said Shirilla drove on purpose around 5:30 a.m., an hour when not many witnesses would be around, along a path she didn't routinely use, but had visited just a few days before. She had a mission, and she executed it with precision. The mission was death, said the judge. You guys gotta, let me know what you guys think. If you think this girl did this on purpose, hit the like button. If not, go watch Crime Circus's videos, because, you obviously got something wrong with you. This girl's guilty as hell. True Crime King, out.